It's all falling apart here in the studio, but we're going to keep it on track. Mousesports will start on the CT side of Inferno, and they are looking incredibly sharp. We haven't really seen anything from Big so far, Matt. They've been very quiet indeed, but Tabson's got the P250 armor. He's not messing around as we get into the pistol here. Couple bits of utility as well. Aggressive play from Mousesports. They want to push down and get those headshots. Rops' USP has looked like one of the best of this tournament.
Yeah, I think so. That was a spectacular round to start off the second half of the last map. Frozen is not so much. He's got to get away from the flames or he will melt. They throw it at the boiler stairs. He backs out to the quad, and he might be able to catch them crossing over to the site. Good position with the pillar. They won't quite be able to see him from the hole in the wall, but when they get out, they do spot him. Chris has the only kill against Big so far. Again, we'll say it, this was the map they beat Mousesports on to open up the entire event. It's the first match we casted on the mainstream, if I'm not mistaken. It was certainly on day one. Gobby takes down Chris J. Foxic. Now his turn to try and pull a Rops. Oh dear. He's got the first one already. Next is down inside of the pit. Low HP for Lagia. Tizian, about halfway down. He's on 63 HP, and he's to the left in the graveyard. Good position to be in because they can bait off of that, and that's exactly what they do.
Well, there it is. It will be Big taking the pistol this time. It was quite a convincing one as well. Nice Molotovs, flashbangs. He's going to use the molly towards the boiler so they can focus on the apartments, not be backstabbed there. Once it went down, Gobby got in position. They had smokes down to get himself in the pit as well. Got that pit control, and unable to connect the shots, Mousesports will give it up. They are going to force buy in the second round, however, and that scares me somewhat. The Deagles and the skill available on Mousesports, this could be troublesome. As Big, they do have two AK-47s, Lagia and Tabson to wield those. 3 MAC-10s to go with them. Voxic looking for the challenge and T-steps. He's going to nail the first shot. Lagia's got no idea. The player's there. Carrigan, he was worth maybe 2 kills at that position. They weren't going to check it at all. And he got flashed and had to spam. He gets 1, so that's absolutely fine. Voxic does miss a shot there. Tizian will go down if he connects. He's got 50 HP, but not going to be able to land it just yet. Robs will wait towards quad. They have mid-control on the T side, but a lot of work to do. As Tabson, 30 HP. Tizian, 52.
Gobby's just kind of hanging out, you know, driving down the street. Same old thing that he did last week. No one's actually going to push out toward quad side, but Nex is able to get inside of the apartments with the AK, 1 of 2. Nothing going on at Banana. That allows the rotation of Frozen, because Chris has the information. An asset for Chris is certainly that scout. And they're in the pit. So is Voxic. Tag from Rops, kill from the scout. As a result, they go back over to Banana now, however. And they actually don't even have to contend with Chris. He rotated off early. Ooh. He expected that they were going on A once they were found as deep as the pit, but he got the bomb down. 21 seconds, and Frozen has Tabson. This looks done. Next, it is. He's over toward A still. This is incredible for Mousesports to pull it back, and Chris just barely got there in the nick of time.
Well, Next will not be winning this round. There's no time left to get towards the other bomb site, and it feels like Mousesports got way too many opportunities at Jules there, Matt. They felt that there was lots of opportunities to get those tags in, and they weren't really receiving many shots back, and then clumsy approaches towards the pit, for example. Not everyone fully committing. They've got lots of different ideas, and to be fair, it's understandable. Like we said, they're just really trying to plug holes on this big side right now, making sure that this coach setup, and especially on a day where it doesn't look like they're fragging as hard as you would expect, that's when we're going to see problems like this. But Chris J, this was one hell of a shot. The fact he takes down the bomber there as well, and Frozen can arrive in time to get a low HP player on the bomb side as well. That's really, really well done. And they will force buy in response. I think Lagia has dropped an AK-47 for Nex. He looked really sharp yesterday with the AK, so I don't mind that at all. We'll see what he can do with it. They exchange a little bit of damage there, but Tizian takes most of it towards T-steps. Carrigan following up with a spray. Oh my goodness, Nex might burn down here. Wow. So much damage inflicted, Matt.
Yeah, Nex and Gobby are 8 and 5. 5 and 8, respectively.
Yeah.
3160, it's like a little flying formation of the health bars on the left side.
They took a lot there at the start, and they've got 1 smoke remaining, a couple of flashes, and 1 Molotov. Tabson, he'll be given the AK after Nex has been taken down to such low HP, and he currently holds in the boiler room.
Tizian with Deagle. We'll wait and see if anyone's going to push the bottom of Banana. There is, if I'm not mistaken, a smoke there. There is. Smoke and a Deagle. Lagia gets to the top of mid with the P250. Gabi heads that direction now as well with the bomb. No further action since that early incredible amount of damage that was deployed against Big. Lagia, Molotov to the pit will be the first action of contact with 24 seconds on the A site. Voxic's already got him, just waiting. He's got tabs in as well. Shooting gallery for him, really, with the HP as it is. Kerrigan and Rops will get involved. 2-1 Mousesports.
Absolutely. Presumably 3-1 as well, because that was the force bite from the Germans there. Big will have to give in this round and just take maybe PT50s. Maybe not even that. They've got 2K per player right now. As the loss bonus, we'll get to the third stage after this one. Might just have to go for something like a full eco. Voxic, easy does it here. Nothing too fancy. We'll see now if anything is purchased. Not at all. And once again, that scout. Voxic looks really sharp today. This is much different from what we saw Inferno on the first day.
Nades on the balcony. Can he, Lagia? He's got inside a boiler. That'll give them something to work with.
Is Chris J legit this USP? I love that. That's such a stylish move. Just like, I'm not even going to buy anything. I'm going to get armor. Just run around my USP.
Got a kill already.
Yeah.
Kerrigan trying to rush down Chris. He will get killed by Frozen.
Chris.
Yeah. Well, at least he didn't lose a gun to a team mate, I should say. And, well, we find ourselves now 3-1. Guns coming up on the other side. Chris, he's able to do as he pleases. $8,300. He's got to buy armor again, but that's it. He'll go for the AUG. 2 AKs, an AUG. UMP for Kerrigan. But Voxic on the AWP. What is his spawn?
Oh, that's nice from Frozen. Although he took the teammate down as well. It was a nice shot on the teammate.
Yeah, it was
Looked
not
pretty
bad.
good.
Not bad at all.
The Krieg is out.
It'd be funny if in all chat he just typed nice shot.
Yeah, it's like, yeah, fair play. I don't even mind. Great shot. Voxic surely goes down here. Didn't expect the fast play. Kerrigan hasn't really got the firepower to hold him off. He should be dropped through the smoke. Doesn't take as much damage as I thought. Follows it up with a decent grenade. And Robs, this is a lovely reaction, Matt. He's got the information, 3 of push middle, trying to answer back. And unfortunately for him, he's found Tabson, one of the strongest units within the big lineup. And Tizian will finish him off as well. Does a little bit of damage, but overall, this is looking fantastic now for Big. They've got a 5 versus 3, but they've given those up before. Frozen and Chris J to make something of this. Not sure if they can, to be honest. Might just have to take a bit of a gamble stack towards B and let them have A, and that's where they're going to plant. So I'll have to save these 2 weapons now. This is Voxic, didn't really anticipate that pace. He was on the pallet, looking down towards underpass. Didn't hear the footsteps, got punished for it. Couldn't even flick either. The scope actually took that vision away. Didn't have it in his periphery.
So Mousesports have to give up at least this round. Big with a response. Gabi keeps the Krieg. The keeper of the Krieg. The AWP not grabbed.
You know what, Big? For all they are like great tactically, I feel like those sort of rounds, staying as a 5-man unit and just playing loose Counter-Strike, I think that might be a better call. I feel like that's where you're going to allow your great aimers, your Tabsons, your Nexes, and even your Tizians to really just let them off the leash and just be a little bit more surprising than just running defaults and trying to run the executions, which aren't going to be perfect. You haven't had enough time to really make sure they're absolutely spot on. I feel like just nice loose calls will be the best way to get a decent amount of rounds here on Inferno on their T sides. That one, pretty evident, but we'll see as they head towards B. Molotov down at the car. Got B looking to challenge here. Does to take a little bit of damage there, not too much. It wasn't the HE, it was the incendiary that landed at his feet. Just took a tick of damage and falls back. CTs now will be deploying their nades. Oh my goodness, he might get a double kill here with the Molotov. Tizian goes down to 26. That's so good from the CTs there. 1.5 kills, and they haven't really seen anyone.
Tizian gets to check the sandbags. He'll have that privilege. With 26 HP, he'll be pleased not to have spotted anyone there. but he has been spotted. Now, it was Next that went down. First, Tizian actually slid out to find Chris J. Frozen elects not to play the gap into smoke, instead in front of it, and that pays off, because as they push through, Tizian falls. Tamsin's next, spots the flash and is ready for it. Looking away as his teammate in rotation, Voxic, was the one to throw it. Got another, and the bomb's inside of the smoke. What is that? Like, he has just gone. Frozen. Solid stuff.
Yeah, he's looking very good today as well. That's quite the round for Mousesports to pick up. They bounce back straight away, and now they have some AK-47s in the mix. Voxic back on the AWP as well, but fear not, the money is reasonably strong on the T side as well. They've managed to get out 4 AKs, got B on his Krieg as well. Mixture of decent utility. All the smokes, flashbangs, and Molotovs they need. So, still plenty of time to find a few more rounds here as Voxic heads towards B with Frozen. Got B trying to beat the utility, but he does that. But oh my goodness, that is what we've been looking for from Voxic on Inferno. 2 amazing shots there, and he might be on for a third as well. Tabson's been tagged and will be pushed back by the incendiary. What an explosive start.
Smoke to extinguish flames gives Voxic all day. He's got the width of diagonality to fire down to Banana.
Back to the Harry Potter references.
You know what? I wrote it myself, okay? J.K. Rowling is just a pen name. They did make some edits on me, though.
Oh, yeah?
Yeah, his scar was a much different shape originally.
I can imagine what shape it was. You do not have to say anymore. We'll go in the 4-on-3. Legia with a wild spray there, no damage done, but he certainly received some. The nade will follow it up. And Tabson, well, this is looking good now. He's got an opportunity, but Carrigan's got a really nice position. You wouldn't necessarily anticipate this, and he spotted the feet there of Tabson. That M4 silence now with 25 bullets. That's exactly what he needs. And so he'll get a lovely 2-piece there to finish things off. 3 players survive Carrigan with 3 kills, and it will be 5-2 now, presumably an eco. This was such a brilliant play from Voxic. You love to see this. That wallbang headshot with the Chris J flashbang there as well. And that's enough presence towards B now for a few rounds. They'll be terrified of that prospect. He doesn't need to go there for maybe 3 or 4 rounds at this point. He can now start being a little bit more mobile towards the apartments, second middle. We'll see where he heads to if he wants to mix things up even further. Oh, Robs, UMP, ready to party.
Robs the 2. Oh. Fantastic dancing feet as he spins around, does a little pirouette. Finds Tizian as well. I'd dance with Rops. Maybe not, actually. Probably wrecked me just like he's wrecking everybody else, but gets away with the op. Smartly so. Godby won't be able to utilize that or pick it up. He can get an M4A1S inside of the boiler room. They'll contain him. A caged beast. And Frozen swift to position, as it seems he always is. Gets another kill, 6-2.
Absolutely. So what's the call it from Big? Maybe a tactical timeout required, I would say, at this stage. Like, we haven't seen many from them. Even on Mirage, right? We didn't see a single timeout, I don't think.
Yeah, I don't think we did.
I'm wrong in saying that
one.
at all.
Yeah.
Because we would have chatted about it. We didn't. But there we go. I guess got B. He's one of those leaders that doesn't necessarily... And you've got the actual coach in your team right now. It's How do you say it? Kakafu, that's it. He's at the analyst, so I guess really required. But Carrigan, he is absolutely toying with them right now. He's got another kill on his plate. Kind of fumbles it somewhat, but that nade might be able to finish him off. Not quite. Frustrating, but they know Tizian's there.
Good shot from Tabson to at least get Carrigan. That gives them some footing. But look at Lakia. He's gone around behind him. Oh, dear. Rops just takes away all of that plan. Foils his favors, and it's now 7-2. I'm just going to keep counting up, it seems.
Tech-9's on the menu here. And a tactical timeout. There it is. A chance to discuss as they hit maximum loss bonus. We're not seeing any of those big plays or clutches coming through. It's all been very, very quiet. First map we were just joining was a 16-2 in favor of Mousesports, and they've already played this map. This matchup has already happened on Inferno. The opening game of the tournament was Big versus Mousesports, and Big won 16-14, and it was an underwhelming, chaotic performance from Mousesports. They did not look like this team. They couldn't hit their shots. The timings were off. They were getting destroyed. They were very slow. They weren't aggressive at all. Certainly not. They were just caged in their default positions. You're seeing a much different beast today. They are looking like they're taking the game to the tees. You wouldn't know they're on the defensive side right now.
Lagia gone. Unfortunate for him, he just can't find the form he had yesterday. He's not been outdone by any of his teammates. I shouldn't say any of his teammates, by all of his teammates. In other words, he's standard, but unfortunately, they're very standard today. Big.
Yeah. It was a strange day. Like I said, there was something in the water yesterday. Some magic in the air, but it seems like it's all been reverted now.
Just electrolytes.
Oh, yeah.
I put them there myself.
Well, Frozen, he's getting some as well. That's another headshot for him, and look how some players at this stage. That is offering themselves up. It is eco, to be fair, but at the same time, with a single kill found. Foxy looks very comfortable indeed. It's going to be 8-2 on the CT side here on Inferno. This is the pick of big. Could be the final map of their run here in Sydney.
Well, if it is to be, it will have been considered an unfortunate event for them, and one that they'll be happy to move on from, given that they don't have Zontares here.
It's just a shame. It seemed like they just got to the point where the team was ready to be at a LAN with Zontares. They just took a map off Astralis and Pro League, and it seemed like it's all coming together, and it's just such a step back. It's gutting for them. But Rops continues that assault down towards middle, but you can see that, yeah, it's better, but it's not like they had to work too hard for this kill.
All right.
Yeah.
Henry.
Hey, man, I'm here to analyze. That's what I do.
They are pushing rather relentlessly, and yes, it's costing them. But it is better. They've got a 4-on-2, Henry.
Yeah.
I'm just trying to be a better person and be positive in my life. Why you gotta shoot me down?
That's just
positivity breeds positivity, man.
Hey, man, you're making me feel bad, so what
yeah.
does that mean?
Well, you should.
Why?
I don't know, just because. Frozen's got Gobby. He has been absolutely menacing. Keep him on the money. He's 5 digits on the Mousesports side. Frozen, just to note, has only died twice. He doesn't look like he wants to die this round either. Maybe it's not better, Henry. Maybe you were right. They didn't have to work for them, and now that the work has arrived, they're just calling in sick. Which is probably what Trace does.
In the pit, next is there. Bomb is down, but Tapson has to go in the 1-versus-1 now. Up against Chris J, taking a little bit of damage from the flames. Chris is actually behind him. It should be a... Oh, I thought he'd get off the plant, but he's going for it.
He's got an op, though. Does he? Okay, yep. No problem. Yeah. Looks perfectly at him. That's probably widened his eyes a little bit, but certainly nailed the shot.
Well, there we have it. So, Mousesports might reel it in somewhat now. They've been consistently rushing B, rushing middle, finding the shots. And when you start losing a few rounds, that's when you might just go back to the fundamentals here. It's got B. As I said, that is not a usual angle. That's why I'm kind of pointing out, like, yes, it's better, but you won't see that sort of play every round. Come out of the underpass and Rops is on top of you. But back to a more poised Mousesports here as they hold in their usual positions.
Kerrigan just holding off toward the boiler doorway. Rops is down below at the cart next. He wants to sneak out. There's no one moto. There is one library. Library is preoccupied watching Arch. In support of that is Chris J. So when the action gets aggressive over at the apartments, he could easily pop out and support Kerrigan, which he's now going to have to do because Rops is gone. Chris will take the initiative to sneak in behind. He finds one immediately and backs off the angle because Tapson was still there in the AWP. No need to readdress that and get taken down to allow any backtracking. Any words toward B would be a problem. Fox6 just very patient, I think, at this point with the AWP of his own.
Well, it might actually save the day here. That incendiary is really good. It's going to funnel them towards the sights, but next will take him down. It's up to Kerrigan now to find a couple of kills. He's going to need them. Chris J pushes the smoke, needs this, and the bomb goes down. He's running out of time, though. Picks up the AWP. Had to be the no-scope, and Frozen left in a winnable 2-versus-1. Look at that HP. Smoke goes down as well. Tabs in towards the pit. He has got the AWP. If that HE makes it in, he's going down. Flash over. It's a decent one. Somehow didn't get the kill, but the HE will definitely kill him. That's going to be a kill. And now it's up to Gobby against Frozen, who has looked electrifying today. But Gobby, that's a really nice pick there. And that says it all, Matt. They're not really celebrating at all. Now they are. Kind of maybe...
But focused.
Just getting in there. Yeah, it's a good word for it, focused. But you can tell they're kind of really trying to force himself to feel like this is possible now, but it's actually not too bad. 4 rounds on the T side, and still a few to play as well. They could get 5 or 6 here, no problem. But still plenty of cash on the Mousesports side. All for taps in here, Mac 10 for Legia. And the fact that they have one player by the helmet, that's Rops. There's a chance of that being a nice quick kill. We'll see as Tabson looks for any exploring players towards middle.
Tizian. Back out toward mid indeed this time. It's a good effort by Rops to push the smoke and get the immediate trade on the player that fired down at his teammate in the site. That would be in Kerrigan. But he just used so much ammo that when he picked up the op, he was defenseless. Frozen did very well to get the nades in onto the pit. Legia. This was the map he had all of the utility damage.
He really did, yeah. Well, as the first day he had all the utility damage. Second day he turned up with all the frags. He had it all over a couple of days.
Well, we'll see if we can get back to the utility at least today. Big's back to the winning column with 2 in a row. Can it be a third?
I would say with the map control they have right now, it's certainly a possibility. They have 3 smokes remaining and 1 flash. That might be more of the issue here. They can definitely execute with the smokes, but could they even take the CT vision away long enough to make it really effective? So they normally smoke all in front of the pit. Try and make their way towards the site.
Last buy for Mousesports, by the way. Money has finally reached that point. May not be if they win, though, because Kerrigan finds 2 at the wall. Flash around the corner, perhaps. Rops, he's inside of the stairwell, so that's a fine position to be in.
He's going to get all 3 here. Well, Frozen will be there first. Such a prime position. He gets none.
That's what you meant. You meant Frozen.
Yeah, exactly. And it looked like Rops was the aggro Frozen was going to take. He was going to take all 3. But still, it's a really strong round for Mousesports. Doesn't matter who gets the frags in the end, as Big will give that one up. You can see they're focusing too much on the execution there. So they get the smokes down, sure, but then they're not watching Arch. They get mowed down by Kerrigan, who finds 2. I really think it's faster pace, 5 people, focusing on one objective instead of the set pieces they would usually run. It's just not looking as crisp. They haven't had dry runs as efficiently with the full squad, So this is maybe a chance to speed things up. But for now, they're only on the Deagles and armor. 1 smoke, couple of flashes, hoping the CTs push them again.
Takes out Tizian. To start off the round, that's on the AUG, and the pistol's only for Big. Despite that, 6 minus 2 still equals 2,900. They just didn't quite have enough to buy. Isn't that odd? 6 minus 2 equals 2,900.
Yeah. Why
didn't your math teacher teach you that in grade 2? Tabson, good job to follow up on next. Taps and controls on the AUG. He'll take down Gobby as well. It's just Legia. He's got a deagle. He's got no kills. Rops takes him instead.
Looking very good here, Mousesports. Could be the final map here of the series. Probably the quickest series we've had so far in the best of 3s. Very quick rounds, very aggressive CT play.
You say that. The MIBR game yesterday was pretty fast.
The 15-0, yeah. But I'd say that because Mousesports' aggression on the CT side right now, it's just not as common, and is making the rounds go by very quickly. But here we go then. AWP, still there for Voxic. The gear just has to go to the Deagle. He had 23 kills on Inferno yesterday. Let's see whether they can get a few more in this final round of the first half. Waiting towards top and middle. They are waiting for that aggression again towards B. Flashes go over. It's Voxy, the defender with the AWP. He's joined by Frozen. Molotov's exchanged. First kill be coming in momentarily, but before the smoke goes down, to maybe push them back towards A.
Flash popped. Pretty obvious one, frankly, off the wall, but next. Having already gotten Kerrigan and Romps being pushed off the balcony, they start to create a bit of a gap in the defense. Can they exploit it, though? Because, again, it's Frozen, who's just been a rock that waits towards CT. That'll limit the access of wrapping back toward B. He's now 14-4, by the way, Frozen. Kerrigan leads the frags at 15. Tapson's already frontside library. push back out with a flash. They didn't see that coming. Frozen, and he spotted him. He got back out the tree. Tapson wasn't ready for the repeat. That was well sorted.
Yeah, he's looked very good today. Big fan of his play. 3 players remaining. Gobby not going down without a fight. Lagia and his Deagle have managed to get out of the apartments here, but it hasn't done much for them. All 3 players on this side. Rockwade's patiently in the pit. First kill is his. Chris J looking to finish things off in style, and Gob's got no chance here. It's going to be 11-4. Better from Big. Their map is still not enough to convince me they can go all the way. It's a T-side. Sure, they're going to need to do absolutely everything on the second half. It's got to be a perfect game, considering the way Mousesports are looking right now. It's looked emphatic and powerful. As we'll take a break, we're back with the second half.
Well, you said you were a big fan of Frozen's play, Henry, but I don't think Big are a fan of his play at all because he was ripping them on the CT side. He leads the way on 16 kills, 5 deaths only. They didn't die much at all. In fact, no one has double digits worth of deaths at 11-4 for Mousesports.
I want to see him and Rops in the arena. That's what I want to see. I want to see whether he can keep up this level of play on that big stage.
Yeah, for the first time ever, Rops is not the youngest player on a team.
That's right. Good point. A lot of young guns here. Tizian to defend the beast height. All 5 players there for Mousesports. They've got 2 smokes. It'll be very simple stuff here. Coffin smoke, CT spawn smoke, flashes over, gets stuck in.
Well, I see if they can.
Oh, they
Frozen
missed.
first, and there is
Yeah, it's no city spawn smoke.
well, there's a water smoke. Let's see if they can use that to get up over top of the wall. It
What?
seemingly doesn't even matter. Voxic finds 2. Tizian's the only one to get a kill in response, and he's gone. He's removed inside of the site. It's on Tapston, and next to rotate. Bomb gets planted, and yes, miss smokes just like there was on Mirage, and it doesn't seem to cost them.
It actually helped them. They got a 3rd kill from it. That's kind of wild. I've never seen that. That's one of the easiest smokes in CSGO. I've never seen it land there before. But I love it still. It worked out. And they're bringing this back, though. It's up to Rops with the backstab, and it's quite an efficient one. Rops and Frozen, that attack team, closing things out. Not the most beautiful round of CS there, but they'll absolutely take it. They've got aim and buckets and spades to make up for their mistakes. This is a new team. This is the first LAN for Mousesports here. A lot of question marks around them. It was a slow start in the tournament, losing to this very team on this very map. And doesn't look that'll be happening right here. There's the smoke in front of them, but seems like it's absolutely fine. B bomb site overwhelmed, 4 spy from Big here. This could lead to a 13, maybe 14 map, because if we fully go after this one, need to win this really.
Frozen's 16, I'm 30. That guy was like not even born when I was his age. Almost.
I think he's 17. No, I'm being a
HLTV
pedant.
He might have just turned. No, HLTV said 16. That's why I said
really?
it. But maybe he just turned 17. You can be
Yeah.
right. All right, look, I did my fact check.
Oh, maybe I'm wrong.
You're never wrong, Hank.
Sometimes.
Flashback out. Deagle can't find the kill. Kerrigan gets by as a result. Smoke down in front of Orange's 1 for Legia. It's clever. It forces them to the left, and in doing so, he actually catches Kerrigan out. Now they've got problems because he's got the UMP, but he runs out of ammo on it. I was gonna say the UMP, the aggro, and Tizian also entering with the Deagle from CT. That all could have led to disaster. Hasn't yet. Low HP for Chris. He's on 1. Bombs over at Orange's 2. Voxic just slaughtered next.
Yeah, that's a clothesline. Run around the corner, off of your head. 3 versus 2. Like we said, the must-win round. That Molotov's really strong. They pretty much have to go ruins now. So that's going to be Godby and Tapson. Of course, no kits. And MP9, it's really not looking good here. Chris J, 1 HP. What do you even do here? Do you save the little you have? It looks like it. He's done it again.
Wow. Voxic just got Godby through the smoke. And let this round be done. 13-4, Mousesports. It seems a repeat of the last map. This series very quick so far.
Yeah, absolutely.
It was 16-2 in the first map. We're now 13-4. 6 rounds total for Big. That's revenge from the day one if I've ever seen it.
So, they saved the MP9. Like I said, they can't really justify forcing this one. That's why I alluded to a 14-4 scoreline. This should be no problem for Mousesports as they make their way towards B once again. Molotovs come through. Chris J negating the grenades. Only takes 20 points of damage. Voxic has looked very good. That nade does a lot on the CT side. Wow.
Poor Legia.
Yeah, it's been a rough one for him.
Poor Kerrigan. Godby's actually got him, but good spray back from Voxic. Meanwhile, over toward the top of Banana, Chris J will equal the task. Closer range, smaller weapon. Just as good of a fight. It's just Legia remaining. He sits with 32 HP. And unfortunately for him, they've dissected the situation and gone over toward A. You're just pointing out something to me. Utility damage this time is only 11 for Legia.
And he had 450 in the first outing of it.
In fairness,
yeah.
Godby was there with him. He has 22.
And
37 for Nex, 47 for Tapson. Tizian has 142. They basically did nothing with nades.
to be fair, they're on the CT side now, is where you do the majority of your utility damage.
That is certainly
so
true.
we'll take it with a pinch of salt. But so you can have a look at it now. There we go.
There, yeah. Nice. 500 damage for Kerrigan. Yeah, they are on CT side, definitely, because you just whip him into banana and call it a day. Make a Sunday.
Well, there's all the stats for you. Lovely stuff. Bomb's going to go off. Legia, Desert Eagle. Not really much you can do about this, I'm afraid. He'll be holding up. As we come to the end of the round, absolutely no problem here. Mousesports look like they'll be closing this one out in a matter of minutes. They've got a lovely situation here coming up as well, because Big will be able to buy, sure, but they're going to be compromises here. There's going to be plenty of them, so they can keep their MAC-10, the UMP, 3 AKs, really punish the players without helmets. And that's going to be Tizian, Legia, and Tabson. No protection to the head means the MAC-10's very powerful. Rops throws away the UMP. He wants to go for the win now. He's not saving cash. He's like, how can I close this one out as quickly as possible? Throws the SMG away, brings out that AK, wants to close it out in style.
Voxic is already inside of the small pit, the underpass position. Frozen's already top mid. And Tizian is already taking damage. He's on 16. Is that going to be the end of him? No, he actually holds his nerve and takes down Kerrigan first. Voxic will get him back. So good trade. That'll start things off. And it leaves the defense split 2-2 for the moment. They seem to be confident and comfortable leaving Legia to watch Banana. Next will rotate off. Legia burrows into the cubby.
So, with a minute remaining, there's only one player towards beat. That's Legia. He's currently, I think, 3 frags to his name, a couple more heading in his direction. He needs multiple kills. That is not the position to do it in. If you've got no backup here, it's going to be checked, and down he goes. If you're going to play that spot, Matt, you need someone with the barrels. Otherwise, you're just too vulnerable, especially if you're anchoring. So that's going to be him going down. Next can save this, though. Oh, my goodness, maybe not. Drive-by from Frozen, and it's going to be a 4 versus 2. Tabson will bring one back at least. But the smoke down locks him out of the equation for quite some time. His teammate Gobby's in CT spawn. They've got 1 flash between them, an HE. That's about it. Molotov's going to be deployed momentarily. They've got another one to go as well. So there's the flash. Tabson can't really do anything yet because of that Molotov in front of him.
Tabson just tapping over toward the coffins. Gobby's already got Voxic down.
No kits, by the way.
Yep. But they have a 2-on-2. It's a better situation than it was a moment ago. Tabson to follow it up. It's only just Frozen left, but he's got the spray. This guy does not die.
Wow. Sigh of relief there. A little bit too squeaky at the end, but he gets the round victory. It's 15-4. Money is starting to be drained from Big. They now need 11 rounds in a row, but I think we all know where this is heading. And Mousesports has looked way too on the ball today. Frozen especially. What a game he's having. Really starting to turn some heads now. Good time to peak in the tournament just before the playoffs start. 15-4. Auto shotguns coming out. And Juice is there. We're going to have an MP9. And yeah, this is where it should end.
Next with the shotgun. Trying to do it again, gets through the smoke, gets one, gets away, and there's another on the other side. He could be an element of surprise in this round, but Rops is up to it and finds Gobby. Frozen takes down next, and it's Voxic onto Legia. Leave it to Tizian to find a solution. I don't think there will be one. I think it's going to be a 16-4 game.
Yeah.
And a 2-0 series.
I think that might be it. Yep, collect the chickens at this point. There's 2 of them. Matt, you're a chicken fan. Want to tell the people about the chicken stats and your kind of experiences with
them? I once had...
Here we go. This is a great
14 chickens. Now, this is a new record. 14 chickens following me on Biome just a few weeks ago.
Okay, so that's what you do in your spare time.
Yeah, there's a lot of chickens on Biome, and they spawn very quickly. So you can leave the room, come back in, grab more chickens, leave again, come back in. And eventually you just have a train of chickens. It's great.
That's fantastic. Well,
and they would have probably gotten me more rounds than Big did.
Speaking of fantastic, it is going to be Mousesports looking very, very strong. It's a difficult game to really dissect because yesterday Big looked so good individually, it kind of made them look better than they maybe were. You can see how underprepared they are. On a quiet day when they're not fragging as hard, you can see them dropping off drastically, especially when Mousesports look red hot.